It is totally natural in any sort of job interview to feel subservient to the person doing the hiring. You might walk in with the mindset of, oh, pick me, because I want to work for you, even though I don't know much about the job. I want this job. And it's okay to feel like that. What I want to do is I want to give you an approach that we use in the selling world that puts us on the same side of the table with the buyer. And in this case, the buyer happens to be the person who's doing the hiring. And what you're selling is yourself. See, instead of being in that subservient role, we want to make sure that we're on the same side on a level playing field with the hiring manager. And what that means is that we have to understand what's going through their brain, not just ours. And their concern is, am I getting someone who has the right skills? In fact, are they similar to the people who have been successful in this role in the past? And is this someone who isn't just looking for a short-time position, but is looking long-term as to how they're going to grow within the organization? Because, man, if I hire this person in 2 years, they leave us, then I didn't necessarily get as much return as I was hoping to from the training we're going to invest in them. So you can ask questions like this. So after you've talked about your background, they're certainly going to ask you questions, and they might ask you, so what questions do you have for me? And you don't want to have no questions. So you might ask a question like, well, so I'm sure you've had people in the past who have been successful or not successful in this role. What are some of the attributes of the people who were successful? And you get them to talk about those and ask more detailed questions. Can you tell me more about that? Gee, that's great. And then you get to ask, how do you think my attributes from what you've learned match up with those attributes? So now, in essence, what you're doing is you're allowing them to match up the successful people they've had in the past and say, yeah, you know what? You look a lot like those people. In terms of not being viewed as a short term, you already know you don't want to ask questions like, what are my hours and how much vacation do I get? But what you might ask is a question like this. You might say, so over the next 5 years, my goal would be to earn more responsibility and continue to grow through the organization. What are the opportunities to do that? What are the different things that I can do to continually make myself more valuable to the organization so that I get new opportunities along the way? And what you're doing by that is acknowledging that you're not entitled to anything, but instead you're willing to work to grow through the organization. These are just a couple of questions that can help you stand out over the competition. I've actually given these questions to my nieces and nephews and other relatives who have had great success, and I hope you have the same results for you. Good luck out there.